All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again for another special edition of Inside the Hustle. And when I tell you we're going inside the hustle of one of the probably biggest, most active, most aggressive, most well-informed, well-educated, tenacious hustlers that I have ever met. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to introduce you to my coach and mentor, Madam Bridget Bartlett, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects in the world. I told you guys I only work for three things. I work for passive income, residual income, and ownership. And one of the fastest growing, one of the most profitable, the most sustainable, the most scalable, and the most fundable business models on the planet is SaaS, software as a service, and she is the queen of SaaS. So we're going to get to pick her brain a little bit. I've got a special offer for those of you who stick around to the end. So let's get to it. All right, Bridget, welcome to Inside the Hustle right here with yours truly, Cortez Hustle. And I am super stoked to have you hang out with us today. How you doing?
I'm great. Even better after that intro. That's awesome. I'm so
Listen,
excited to be here with you.
I have rarely run across anyone who are as consistent as you are and deliver so much value that impacts, that literally moves the needle for thousands and thousands of people that you will never ever meet in your lifetime, right? You probably don't even know how much you have impacted me personally with your trainings and just your overall presence on the internet and the genuineness in your heart to want to see people win. But of course, you're in this thing to make money too. And I believe that you can make a dollar and make a difference at the same time. And you are doing both and doing them well. So I ask everybody who comes on any of my shows this one question. So I'm going to ask it to you. Who the heck are you?
Well, I am just a wife and a mother of two dogs.
Mhm.
But I started my whole, I was in pharmacy for 20 years, and
Mhm.
like most people, I was like, and my husband even got to this point before me. He was just like, oh, I can't do this for another 30 years. He was a truck driving on the road and all these things. And
Mhm.
oh, the thought for both of us, do we really have to do this for another 30 years to we're just counting the seconds for retirement? And it's like,
Mhm.
my mom died at 59. So I'm thinking,
Wow.
what if I don't live until I retire? Am I just going to
Mhm.
spend 40 hours a week doing something I don't love, making money that's not even going to help me reach my goals?
Yeah.
If I want to pay my house off, how am I going to do that with a W-2 job? It's
Yeah.
just not going to happen. So that's we started our local business, that was successful. I had other business people that I was working with that were like, oh, please help me. I just opened this business.
Mhm.
How can I get new customers? And it kind of snowballed from
Yeah.
there. And it was like, very quickly, I was quitting my pharmacy job. And, this is 4 years later. I've never looked back.
Gotcha. So talk about that leap between for you and your husband into the entrepreneurship side, right? When he came off the road, what was the local business you guys started, and what was the mindset shift that we all have to go through? So what was your mindset shift like? Hey, this is all on us now. We got to make this thing work.
Oh, it's stressful. And that's why I'm so empathetic for people going through the journey, and that's why I offer the free training and things like
Mhm.
that, and I don't do an enormous amount of upsells because I've been through the journey. I've
Yeah.
been the one purchasing the $2,000 courses I didn't really learn a lot from. I've
Mhm.
tried tool after tool after tool after tool, and, I've been down that road, but when we decided, my husband was actually in a really bad accident in his semi, and
Mhm.
so we just started thinking like, like, okay, now's the time. We need to do
Yeah.
something else. And I would ask him, what do you want to do? Like, what could you imagine? He's like, look, you know what? If I had the perfect life, I would just sit on a lawnmower and I would just mow grass all day with my headphones on. And that would be the
Mm.
perfect life for me. So we
Wow.
decided, let's start a lawn care business. So we did
Mm.
the flyers and we did all
Mm.
the thing, posting in the Facebook groups and all the things that people do.
Mm.
And when you invest, we invested $20,000 at that point. He had quit his job. We
Mm.
invested $20,000 in a truck and a trailer and mowers. And
Mhm.
so we needed, there's no greater motivation than the
Yeah.
financial. So
Yeah.
we were like pressured into, we have to make this successful. So that's when I learned how to build the world's ugliest website on WordPress, because I didn't know how to do it. And, I had no idea that all of these
Yeah.
simple website builders actually existed. Um,
Mhm.
so that's kind of, where I started. And then I found a more simple website builder. And like I said, the things that we had to learn through trial and error is really what catapulted me into like, how can we automate these? When I'm working a full-time job and he's out in the field and he's getting phone calls from Home Advisor and
Mhm.
Yelp, that call you all day. How can we like manage these processes better so that he
Yeah.
can still do what he's doing and how I can do my full-time job? Once I started doing this and our lawn care business was successful, that's really when and begging from my coworkers
Mhm.
to help me with their own business. I really
Yeah.
I figure I have a knack. I really love this. I love to help people who have the hustle and have the
Mhm.
drive and they're putting in the time and effort. I will do anything that I can possibly do to help those people because
Yeah.
I identify with it. I know what it takes to actually make it happen.
Yeah, I am the same way. I know that there's two things that really hold business owners back, and that is primarily the lack of good marketing, but then also the lack and the access to capital. Well, if you had better marketing, you wouldn't need so much capital because you'd have customers, right? So that's why I love the marketing side of it. But I'm excited to hear from someone who has started a traditional business and watched the marketing work from the digital side to grow that business. How long did it take for you to make the transition into, okay, I kind of laid out somewhat of a blueprint that has been successful for our business. Let me aim this at somebody else's business to see if I can validate its authenticity. What was that like for you? And what was the first business that you pointed it at outside of your own?
So, we started the lawn care business, and the first season was,
Mhm.
it wasn't that great because we were
Yeah.
passing out the flyers, like I was saying, and
Right.
you know what people do with flyers. First of
Yeah.
all, it wasn't really legal for us to put them in mailboxes. We didn't know
Yeah.
that. We were,
Oh,
and
that's a
then
ten thousand dollar fine, Bridget. What do you can't tamper with federal property?
I know. We tried it all. We wasted so much time and money. Honestly,
Yeah.
we did. But it was, once we got our first customer from the, Facebook groups and getting shut
Hmm.
down from that because they want you to now do the marketplace. It wasn't quite
Yeah.
like that then. But so
Hmm.
we tried all that. And really, I just knew that I had read somewhere that Google reviews, Google loves to reward the businesses who have great Google reviews. So that's what
Hmm.
I started doing. I'm like, okay, we have one customer. Oh my gosh. And we didn't make any money with this customer. It was like,
Yeah.
it was like ridiculous. But we got the one customer and we kept that one customer. And then that customer referred us to other people. Then we decided, hey, the neighbors around this property, they see you there every day. Let's put a
Yeah.
magnet on the truck. Let's
Yeah.
put flyers on their doors because we need to build a know, like, and trust factor, but we didn't have
Hmm.
any.
Right.
No one knew we existed. So we
Hmm.
took that one customer, our very first one, and we just like maximized that, right? So
Yeah.
she left us a great Google review. We put magnets on the truck that have our business name and logo, and now we even have a QR code and a phone number. And
Hmm.
then we put those flyers around that. So all of these things we kept, progressing and growing, and that became successful. But I still was like, oh, this is working for our business. But when the pharmacist that I worked with who opened his own pharmacy is like, well, how do I do this? And how do I do that? And, and I'd help him, of course. And he's like,
Mhm,
I just see you just managing like hundreds of businesses the same way that you're doing the lawn care business. And I was like,
mhm.
yeah, but I was so insecure. I just thought that's too good to be true. Could I really have that kind of life?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I decided, I said, okay, look, I'm just going to try this for you for a month. I'm going to do everything
Mhm,
I can think of to do to get you customers. Within
mhm.
14 days, he got 14 new customers. That
Wow.
was what he was getting over a 3-month span before I
Mm,
started helping him.
yeah.
So he started referring me to all of his, doctors and other pharmacies and things like that. And that's it quickly, very, very quickly snowballed.
Wow. And he did not know that he was about to run away his best employee, right?
Well, you know what? I helped him actually stop becoming an employee, and now he's with his pharmacy full time, and they are making about $1 million a month in revenue.
Wow, I love that. I love that. So, talk about some of the things that you see that are working for small businesses. And I know you guys are here because y'all trying to figure out this SaaS play, right? This software as a service. We're going to get to that. But Bridget has such a unique story and such a vast knowledge bank. I'm not going to let y'all rush me into not getting my nuggets because that's why I got her here for me, not for y'all. No, but talk about some of the things that you see that are working today for small businesses. I know the importance of Google reviews, and I try to scream from the top of my lungs, you got to fight for those reviews. It's not easy to get, but we're going to talk about some tools that makes that easier. But outside of Google reviews, what are some of the things that are working today that's really moving the needle for small businesses, helping them get more customers?
That, obviously, word of mouth, I hear this from every local business owner. They're like, "Oh, I get most of my customers from word of mouth," and that's really great. But
Mhm.
let's take that word of mouth and let's turn that into a Google review, because now that one great testimony that normally they're talking to their friends and neighbors about can actually go to the internet. So
Yeah.
let's take that to Google so that Google knows that we're a great business getting good reviews, and the more 5-star Google reviews you get, it doesn't really matter what your SEO is. If you're
Mhm.
getting a lot of 5-star Google reviews, you're going to be up there. Those, and we can't definitely ignore those strategies I was saying. If you're like a home-based business, or a home
Mhm.
service-based business, hitting up the customers around the area you're
Mhm.
working. I saw one business who does like home remodeling, and they're actually sending flyers to all of the neighbors of their customer and saying,
Mhm.
pardon the noise, we're doing some work for your neighbor over here. If you would like a free estimate, contact us here. That's genius. That's
Wow.
genius.
Yeah, that's solid. That
Yeah,
is
because
solid.
it's like you're building that know, like, and trust factor. You're apologizing for the noise,
Mhm.
and now
Mhm.
every time they hear that hammer swinging, they're gonna be like, "That's XYZ. They're doing,
Mhm.
construction over there."
Yeah.
So, there's lots of strategies, but here's what happens. People, let's say, Cortez, you tell me, "Hey, I know this great plumber. He's a really great plumber. If you need help, call him." Well, guess what? I need, the plumber now, but I don't know the website because you just told me the name of the business, so I'm gonna Google the name of this plumber or their business, right? I'm going
Mhm.
to look and I'm going to see their Google reviews. I'm going to see their website. Are they hard for me to contact?
Mhm.
Because statistically, 70% of customers, if they can't get an answer online, they're going to the next business. Okay.
Mm.
So if you're like expecting your customers to call for a quote and then you're not answering the phone, and
Mhm.
all of these things, it's crumbling for you're leaving
Mhm.
so much money on the table by
Yeah.
adding a simple opt-in form on your website that says request a quote here, and then you can follow up with them. There's so much power in that.
Yeah.
Just that act alone, you're increasing your opt-in 70%. That's
That's right.
incredible.
Yeah.
But
Amazing.
that's the very basic. And then of course, if you want to do social media, people think that you need to post all kinds of ads on your business Facebook page, or
Mhm.
whatever. But on social media, it's a different strategy than like a paid ad, because people go there to
Mhm.
be social. So if
Yeah.
you're a business and you're a plumber, it's so great if you do like quick fixes for plumbing. right? Like
Mhm.
show
Mhm.
people, record a video and say, hey, I'm Bob with Bob's Plumbing. I run into this problem all of the time and it's such a simple fix. Let me show you how to do it. And you
Mhm.
may think, yeah, but why would they call a plumber if you're giving that advice for free? But what's happening is you are establishing yourself as an authority figure in plumbing. Now they're
Mhm.
subscribing to your YouTube channel, they're visiting your Facebook page, and even if they're not in the area, it really
Mhm.
doesn't matter because you are gaining this following. Now, who knows, you might end up in 3 years with 1 million Facebook followers, and now you quit your plumbing business altogether and you're just doing tips and tricks, and now you're doing affiliate marketing or whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
you're a coach or whatever, but you open the doors of so many possibilities, not just for your local business, but also for influence or
Yeah.
whatever you decide to do.
I love that. That's amazing. And I wanted to get some of those tips out because we have a mixed audience. Some of them are small local business owners, and others are like us. Cortez, you've been screaming
Mhm.
that the internet is the best play for making an additional stream of income passively. So we're going to get into that. But you're so right. One of the things that I'm so proud of that our agency offers is our triple optimized websites, right? Your website has to be optimized for search. It has to be optimized for mobile. But the part that most people don't get to, and this is what you're alluding to, it's got to be optimized for conversions, right? I see so many pretty websites that don't make any money, don't generate any leads, right? You want people to come to your website and know instantly what you want them to do. Hey, you want them to call you? Then make your phone number bigger. You want their name and email address? Then give them something that make you want them want to give you their name and email address, right? So many people miss out on that. But so whether you're a local business, those are some tips that you can execute to help you grow your local business. But I want to talk to you guys who have that entrepreneurial spirit and you've been trying to figure out what's the best business for me to get involved in where I can make a dollar and make a difference at the same time. And for us both, it is marketing to and for those small businesses to help them grow. So I'm gonna let you take it away and run with it, Bridget, because we know that SaaS is the play. We know that small businesses don't typically have enough money to hire a big staff, but they need to be effective and increase their online presence in the marketplace. What are some of the best ways to do that with software as a service?
I love software. I love, love, love software. And the reason I love software is because while it cannot automate every aspect of our business, it can definitely streamline our processes and improve our
Mhm.
customer service while also saving us time and money. It's
Yeah,
really a no-brainer. If you
yeah.
think about, when I go back to the local business aspect, if we're providing this as a service for a local business, then we want to ask ourselves, what are their problems? You know,
Mhm.
the thing that that I was just talking about, when you have the plumber or you have the lawn care business owner and they're out in the field and they get those phone calls, what happens is they have to stop what they're doing. Hopefully they're
Mhm.
not talking to a current customer or in a dangerous situation, and then they have to like answer their phone, or worst case, they miss the call and then that person goes right to the next business and then they
Mhm.
request a quote from them.
Yeah.
So something as simple, and this is another reason I love high levels, something as simple as a missed call text back
Yeah.
can change the whole process of your business. That is,
Mhm.
it's one of the best things that we do. My husband was just telling me yesterday, I was kind of sketchy about the calling thing and whatever you set up. But I do have to say, after this whole season, that has just been incredible for me because he doesn't have to worry about the missed call. And, in the text back, we say, hey, if you want a quote, click here. And we send our website to do the quote. So that
Mhm.
whole process, it has literally saved us a person and my sanity.
Yeah.
Um, So that alone is incredible. So when you start talking about scaling, that's just a small piece that's really easy to implement, and that's
Mhm.
incredibly valuable. But when you start talking about scaling your business, starting with something small inside of high level like that to accomplish a task, and then you want to obviously scale and grow. So if you're
Mhm.
hiring a team, having your team be able to go in there and say, oh, okay, I got this, this quote or whatever, and you as the agency, you're setting up this whole system for the local business client, because our
Mhm.
goal is to make it not techie.
Yeah.
All we
Yeah.
I have clients that they get all of their communications. We just, instead of them ever logging into the dashboard, we just push it to an email or a text. So when
Mm.
they get a new quote, they get all of the information sent to them in an email, and then they can follow up how they want to.
Right.
So
I
there's
love
so
that.
many strategies. So starting from very beginner all the way up to a multi-million dollar company that you're
Mhm.
working with, we have all of the tools to help you grow. Now, as an agency owner using SaaS, this is incredible for me because time is money, right? So
Yeah.
if I have to spend a lot of time, whether myself or having a team member, do a setup and spend lots of time with this client every month, it's going to be really expensive for that client. So if
Mhm.
it's Bob the plumber who's like, look, I don't really have thousands of dollars a month to pay someone to help me, I'm still trying to grow.
Mhm.
It's a great solution for them because you can help them at a very low cost, and it's literally an account creation. So
Right.
every single month, and this is what we were talking about before we went live with this, but um, the crap, what was I getting ready to say?
Every month, I think you was
Every
getting
month.
to the
Yes.
recurring
Yes,
revenue. Yeah.
subscription-based
Yes.
businesses. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Every business wants to get you into the subscription-based business.
Yeah.
Amazon, Walmart, Netflix, everybody does. So now you've set up the system, usually automated the way that High Level has it. They literally create their account, they already have it.
Mhm.
Whatever type of onboarding you want to do. But you are spending no time for this client, but every
Mhm.
single month you're providing them excellent value.
Yeah.
That's why SaaS is so sticky, and that's why SaaS is so successful. Because with High Level, you pay your one subscription. If you're on the higher levels, you get unlimited sub accounts. I could
Mhm.
have 5 million clients sign up today, and it costs me $0 more than if I had one client.
Wow. And talking about high level, how cool is this that I advertise and I talk about all the time? I don't know how to write a single line of code. Maybe you do, Bridget, but I don't know how to write a single line of code. But I own a software company, right? They invested tens of millions of dollars, maybe even in the hundreds of millions already to test the market, to create this wonderful tool, and then they allow us to white label it and basically start our own software company. So if you click the link on or around this video, you'll get a free course on how to do just that. But talk about the support from the high level side and how legit is it as a product? Because every business starts with a legit product, and sometimes people say, "Well, they do everything; they can't be legit. They can't be great at all that stuff." How legit is Go High Level as a product?
High level, you were talking about investments. Not only have they invested a lot of time and money into the software, but in January, they just received another $60 million investment.
Mm,
So they are pumping out tools and resources. But what I love, because I used to work with another software company that would just throw tools out there and then just like kind of let the users beta test with their own customers and things.
mhm.
And it's not, High level's not like that.
Yeah.
They create a tool. They have the best developers. They have the smartest people. You can tell by the community. If you go to the YouTube channel or their
Mhm.
Facebook group, you can tell it's a higher caliber of agency owner. These agency owners are doing, they have years of experience. They're like earning millions of dollars in revenue with their
Mhm.
agencies built on High Level. So
Yes.
it's huge, the platform and the quality. And then of course bigger things are coming. But
Yeah.
when you are deciding if you want to get into something like this and you're deciding where are you going to build your business on, it's so important to choose a quality company that does have that level of support. High
Yeah.
Level actually has a Zoom support. So 13 hours a day, you can click a Zoom link and then be connected right away with support, and they can control your screen. They can like
Yeah.
answer you. You know, one thing that I know, me providing support alone, it's hard because you're just like, you're trying to quickly respond because you're trying to be all over everywhere. And then, you know, you may
Mhm.
not be very thorough with the message or whatever, but High Level takes care of that for you. I've never seen better support.
I love it. Really quickly, because I know you got to run, but talk about some of the different types of ways. Like, if I'm brand new and I don't know anything about high level, but I know I want to make money online, I appreciate and love to serve and help people. Talk about some of the many different ways that you can, as an agency owner with Go High Level, you got the white label package, some of the different ways that you can make money with high level, because I think sometimes people miss, well, if I'm a software company, then I've got to only do this to make money. But there's hundreds of ways to make money with this software application. So can you give us two or three examples of different ways that if I just focus my energy on this, I can build a strong monthly recurring revenue just on this aspect of Go High Level?
It's such a good point, because one of the things that I love is to show people that you don't have to be an agency to be a
Mm,
high level agency owner. You
yeah.
can be a coach, and you can, you know, no matter what type of coach you are, maybe you're a health coach, maybe you're a financial coach,
Mhm.
whatever it is, what High Level does is it allows you to have a place that you can have all of your customers or clients go to and provide them a suite of marketing tools that they can use to run their business. So if I just decided I'm going to just completely focus on training, which is what I've done, we don't
Mhm.
really have services that we provide so much anymore. So I provide the training, and then I also, now I have my own branded dashboard that I can invite my members into, and you know, it's
Mhm.
branded with my business name. It definitely creates a level of credibility. You know, when a
Yeah.
new person comes into your business with your brand and your colors and all of these things, I mean, we don't have to be techie people or developers. And to answer your
Mhm.
question, I don't write code at all. I'm honestly not, not that techie of a person in reality.
Yeah.
Automations, I got it, but the developer code writing, not a fan.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But you could do that as a coach. You could, of course, be an agency owner. High Level even has a white label agency service that you can hire, and they'll work as your own team. You could
Mhm.
also be an affiliate marketer. I have a whole training series on my YouTube channel where you can learn how to use High Level to do affiliate marketing. So you
Mhm.
can use it as a sub account level, or you can offer it as a bonus. If I'm promoting, you know, some type of like some other software or something, I can say, hey, if you sign up with this, I'll give you a free High Level account. Inside, you know,
Mhm.
like there's lots of other software resellers. I've added over 40 different tools in my High Level
Mhm.
agency. So you can use High Level and just be the software reseller. Use the
Yeah.
High Level tools and sell a membership and add whatever you want to that. One of the best things that you can do to resell SaaS is lead with education for content. So if
Mhm.
you're like I'm live 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm training on different strategies and different ways that you can use the tools. That's how people are going to sign up. So it's
Yeah.
like, you train, you put that training in your knowledge base because you've already done the training. You use that
Mhm.
training for content. It's multifunctional. But here's the thing I love about High Level too,
Yeah.
because the community is so experienced and they're such like great business owners, and High Level is growing so fast that there are other companies, other agencies who are also working to provide specific resources like white label support or white
Mhm.
label lead gen tools or whatever that you can specifically design that you can add to your High Level account to provide even additional branded to you value. So
Yeah.
it's really, the sky's the limit when you sign up for High Level. It's really just the beginning to what you can do.
Yeah, you're only limited to your creativity and your willingness to figure out problems to solve. That's it. Because high level solves all the problems. You just got to find the problems that you want to focus on solving yourself. So, Bridget, I thank you so much, because if you guys don't know, I am an affiliate with Bridget because of her training, because of her presence online. I was learning so much from her. And when she discovered High Level, she said, "Hey guys, this thing is the real deal." And she allowed us to test drive it with her. She trained us on it. And I'm like, you telling me that at the push of this button, I go from content creator or influencer or whatever you want to call me, and now I own my own software company? She's like, yeah, I'm in. I'm sold. So I got going with Go High Level, and I want to do the same for you. So we have a free course that will teach you all about High Level. If you sign up through my affiliate link, we're going to give you a done for you website. We're going to give you a done for you membership course. We're going to give you a done for you affiliate marketing channel. Bridget has blessed me with so many assets to help me make that all elusive monthly recurring revenue. And I want to help you do the same thing. So, Bridget, any final thoughts that you want to say on monthly recurring revenue, Go High Level, your business, your brand? Tell them how they can connect with you and all that good stuff.
Well, first, I'm live 5 days a week at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel. Just search Bridget Bartlett. Also, I did want to say, if you guys are contemplating, don't get overwhelmed by the tech part. High Level will help you get a free 1 hour onboarding when you sign up with Cortez's link. Also, if you sign up for his link, I am going to allow him to give you the link to our weekly Q&A. So you'll be able to join me, and I'll be able to answer any questions that you have to help you be successful. I understand this can sometimes be an overwhelming, stressful journey, and sometimes you just need to speak to someone about. High level support is awesome, but if you're talking about strategy,
Yeah.
how can I use these tools? That's where you really need the support to be able to bounce off ideas and things like that match your specific goal, because there's so many possibilities. The first place to start is whatever you're passionate about, and then figure
Mhm.
out how you can accomplish that, whether it's SaaS or a local business or whatever. So yeah, if you guys use Cortez's link, I will allow him to give my link for the Friday Q&A so that you can get that as well.
Additional training every single week. And I'm serious, from one of the brightest marketing minds on the internet today. Her consistency and her passion for what it is that she does and her willingness to help other people win is why I love Bridget so much. Not to mention the thousands and thousands of dollars that come into my account on a monthly recurring basis because of what I've learned from her. That helps with the love too. But I thank you so much for your time, for your energy, and everything that you do and that you bring to the community. So stick around for 1 second. We're going to officially let you guys go, man. I appreciate you guys for all tuning in. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.